Good morning and welcome back. So the last time I released an intermediate handstand video, you guys absolutely loved that. So today I'm coming at you with another one. And today I'm going to be going over how you can be progressing your kick up to much harder skills and to just improve your kick up in general. To do some of these drills, I would recommend finding a nice clear wall for you to use, and definitely also a fit ball or a Swiss ball, whatever you want to call it. No smaller than plank height. Does that make any sense? Who knows? Yeah, and a Swiss ball, not much lower than a plank height, which you probably won't find anyway. So first up, we're going to be doing kick ups onto the wall. The aim with this one is maybe you're like just wanting some slightly more advanced kick up drills, or you just want to strengthen your shoulders a bit more, because this drill is definitely on the easier side out of all of them, and it's really good if you find yourself falling over a lot. So for this one, you want to put your hands nice and close to the wall, and you can either start from standing up in a lunge or down on the ground. It really depends on where you're at personally. I would like to recommend with this one that you don't go up and hold it. You're just kicking up and you're just trying to find that exact amount of power you need from your lunge or from starting on the ground to get yourself upside down. The wall is really only there to help assist you. And you also don't want to kick too hard and that you make a dent in the wall or something. So following on from those kick-ups onto a wall, we're then going to move on to doing them onto the ground. Except this time, you're going to want to try and move away from the standing lunge entry and do it with your hands already on the ground. You can do it with both legs on the ground, with that front leg bent, or you can do it with one leg off the ground, using that to help get your power up. So for this one, you want to start to try and move away from using the power from your legs to get up and more of the strength in your shoulders to get yourself upside down. A really important thing to remember when you are starting to do these is that stacked or aligned shape that I've talked about a lot in the past. This is super important when you're doing kick-ups because it's really common for people to push their shoulders forward when they kick up but forget to move their shoulders back over. Now this is a very hard thing to practice and to strengthen, but there is one drill that I swear by that's so good for getting you used to that feeling of your shoulders going forwards and then coming back underneath yourself by using a fit ball to do plank roll-ups. So grabbing your fit ball, you're going to place anywhere between your knees all the way down to your feet on the ball. The less of your legs on the ball, the harder it makes it, and the more of your knees, the easier it makes it. So with your knees on it, that'll make this nice and easy. And with your feet on it, that'll make it a lot harder. So I'll show you with about my knees on it. You want to rock your shoulders forwards, and then use your core, bring your bum up and over yourself. And then roll it back down. So you want to start with your shoulders over the top of your hands, move them forwards, and then use your core to bring yourself up. So what I'm hoping you guys notice is that my shoulders rock over and then come back underneath my hands when my bum goes over the shoulder. That's quite a hard drill and takes a lot of core strength as well. So please be very careful when you're giving these a go and make sure that you have adequate core strength to give it a try. So next up we have our bunny hops. Now we've done them in the past as beginner drills, except this time we want to use less power from our legs and more of the strength in our shoulders to get ourselves up. So there's kind of two variations to starting off for this one. There's one where you can have your bum down, or there's one where you can have your legs straight to start with. Starting all the way down here is a lot easier because you can get more power through your legs. Remembering to keep those knees to your chest and not sending your heels to your bum. Don't do that. Once that one's a lot easier, you can straighten your legs and do more of a jump to a tuck. Once you feel confident with them, or you've given a couple of them a go, you can then move to straightening your legs up. The aim with these tuck to handstand ones is that you keep moving until you get into that handstand position and you find that balance once you do get to your straight handstand shape. Please also remember the correct tuck pathway, which I've talked about in this video up here. So please go ahead and check that out, because the correct tuck pathway is super important, because the most common thing is when you send your feet to your bum, and that actually like pushes you over, so you'll find that you'll be falling over a lot. So check that out to recap correct pathway. So coming back to the fit ball, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did before, except we're going to add a little kick up to handstand. That one is quite advanced and really helps to make sure that you are bringing your shoulders back underneath your body, which helps you to kick up and to balance. Our final one to give a go is our straddle up pathway. So just like I've talked about before, you want to try and do less of a jump and use more of your shoulder strength to get yourself up. So you want to start with your feet on the ground, slight bend in them, and you want to jump your bum over yourself, legs out to the side, and then you want to bring them straight above yourself. So with this one, you'll need to move your shoulders less forwards because your legs change where your center of gravity needs to go. This will also depend on how much flexibility you have in your straddle. Okay, bam, 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 bam. So with all of these exercises and drills, I really want you to make sure that you are trying to kick less with your legs and you're using less power through that and more of the strength in your shoulders. Because moving your shoulders forward and then bringing them back underneath you into that stacked position, it requires a fair bit of very specific strength. And all of these drills are really good for strengthening those areas and starting to build that awareness to helping you to accomplish kicking up to a handstand or doing the other like tuck pathways or straddle pathways. Yeah. If you guys are enjoying this kind of handstand content, I also have a free handstand guide which is jam-packed with so much information. It's a bit more on the beginner / introduction to handstanding, but you never know, you might find some gems that you haven't learnt yet, so check that out. And if you are more of an intermediate handstander and are enjoying these kind of intermediate handstand videos and tutorials, please let me know, as I might start to create an intermediate handstand ebook for you guys, which is super exciting. I love creating these ebooks and digital products for you guys because they're just so much fun to create. And as always, if you did like this video, please give a like because it really supports my channel, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and that little notification bell if you want to be notified anytime I upload a new video, which is usually once a week, Sundays or Mondays. It changes a bit at the moment, but thank you guys as always, and I will see you next time. Also noted.